Hello friends, this is Diana Kazbekova with Being Yoga, Breath and Colors. This is yet another lesson, online lesson, within the series of breathing exercises to strengthen our immunity. Today, I would like us to explore more in depth and like a little combination between a moderate pace fire breathing with the spinal flex. This is really nothing new. It's quite a common way to start any Kundalini yoga class, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm happily borrowing that to show it to you guys. This exercise is great for absolutely anyone, and it also is perfect for beginners. So let's explore a little bit into the spinal flex portion, and then we will combine it with the breathing. This exercise can be done sitting on the chair, like I am sitting now, with your feet down, uncrossed legs, and hands on your kneecaps. So this is your the initial pose. Another way to sit would be on the floor. I will show everything on the chair just for the comfort, not to move the phone much. But when you sit on the floor, you can sit either in a habitual cross-legged pose, like this. In fact, if you are on a cross-legged pose, here would be your hands. This would be your arms position, not on the knees. Because we want our arms parallel, more in front than on the sides. Okay. And then there is another pose which is great for this exercise, is sitting on your heels. So let me show you. This is the pose. This pose is great. It's actually one of my favorites, but it only applies to those of you who have good knees and who feel comfortable to do this exercise in this pose, because we're going to spend quite some time in it. And if you feel discomfort, that would not be a good option for you. Anytime you sit in a pose, observe your body and ask yourself, would you be able to remain in this pose for 5 minutes? And if you feel like, I don't think so, get out of the pose and take the pose that works better for you. We're going to spend longer than 5 minutes, so imagine. If you still would like to explore within the hero pose, sitting on your heels, there is an option for that. You can use a cushion. This is my cushion. It's a little bigger, and what you can do is sit on it as if you were riding a horse. So as you can see, I have a cushion under my buttocks, and I bring my legs forward, and now it raises our hips a little bit and makes it easy on the knees, and helps you also to straighten your spine, always when you have your hips higher than the knees level. So this will be my variation for today. And I invite you guys to try all these variations and choose the one that works for your body in this moment, in the moment you're practicing, because that's number one, honoring the body. So, okay, now that we are done with the choice of the pose, let's talk about more the details. So we will neutralize our neck. In this exercise, we will not use the head motion. No, we're going to keep the neck safe. We're going to neutralize the chin parallel to the floor, and we will move between this here and here, actually, and the tailbone. That will be the portion that will move. The movement is, the flexes actually are back and forward. And there are little tricks, some few little tricks to that. And the tricks are, firstly, we do not move the shoulders. So this is what we won't do. So it's not this. The shoulders remain quiet. The head remains quiet. You are activating your spine. Contract your back muscles, expand on the front, push your sacrum, no, your solar plexus forward, this. And this is your inhalation pose. Now on the exhalation, you will keep everything there, shoulders, chin, and push your back to the back. So this is the exhalation pose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Everything in the breathing happens through the nose here. And so on and so forth. This exercise is great for the spine itself. Obviously, because we do it with the breathing, it's great for your blood oxygenation and the lung stimulation and clearing all the respiratory via, just what we spoke about in our previous classes. But along with that, this movement helps you to massage the muscles that go along the spine, the nerves that come towards your spine, and the lymph nodes that also are located on both sides of your spinal cord. So when you do this, you stimulate all those parts and the organs along your spine also. So it's like the whole body massage, flexibilizing your spine, making it more mobile, but yet supported, because having the mobile spine with weak muscles, it's not good. So when your muscles are strong, when your discs are supported, so then you are free to do the movement. If you have a spine condition, your movement will be mild, okay? So instead of doing this whole big range of motion, you're gonna just do a little, okay? So chin neutral, shoulders steady, breathing through the nose. Very good. So we breathe through the nose, inhaling and exhaling just equally strong. So it's a stronger inhale, stronger exhale, stronger inhale, and stronger exhale. Hands will remain on the knees. It will feel like your arms are a little shorter, maybe, but it's a question of the alignment and practice, right? So it's our ability to lower the shoulders, to reach the knees, and still have the chest open. So inhale here, exhale here. Let's remember that we are not moving shoulders purposefully. We keep them steady. Obviously, when you move your spine and your rib cage, you can't avoid some movements on your shoulders, but the point is that you do not initiate the movement. You do not purposefully move your shoulders in this exercise, okay? So let's have a little sip of warm tea. Very recommended in these times. As any breathing exercise, this one is recommended to do on emptier stomach. So if you just ate, this would not be a good time to practice to do this lesson, because you can have some stomach discomfort. Okay, so let's see. We're going to do this maybe for about, I'm waiting for the timer, for about 3 minutes. How about that? And then we will play with another variation, okay? So as we go, we're going to have our eyes ideally closed, or just comfortably lower your gaze towards the floor, towards the tip of the nose. And let's begin. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Remember that the head is not moving. You keep your chin parallel to the floor, and just imagine that your chin is resting on the tabletop. That's another way to explain it. So your sternum moves closer to the chin as you inhale and further back when you exhale. So keep going, guys, and observe how it makes your body feel. Almost immediately as you begin this exercise, maybe after a minute or so, you will probably start, or most likely start, feeling warmth. So you're getting warmer. Great way to open the lungs. Just a few more breaths in and out. Last one. And come back. Take a deep breath in. Hold your breath and tighten your muscles. And let go. Fully, 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 fully. Very good. You can do this exercise for as long as you can, want, and have time. This is a very friendly exercise. If you choose a moderate pace for this, like this one, maybe faster, maybe slower, but if it's the speed that you're comfortable with, you can do it for as long as you please. I did this all the way up to 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and it's amazing. The effect is amazing. The warming effect, the energizing effect, the oxygenizing effect, it's just absolutely amazing. As you practice this, you go and observe how your back feels. How, actually, not only the back. Remember that you can always adjust the range of your motion. This is important, that you are in control of your movement and in control of your pace and the length of the exercise. But just know that sometimes, or actually oftentimes, you may have some pokey sensations in your chest, maybe in your shoulders, maybe along the spine. It's normal. You can slow down your pace, or you can do it shorter time. Just don't be scared. Don't be pushed away from this practice because of here and there and there and here. Not a problem. Your body is opening. Your muscles are releasing tension. So it may happen that you may have that those sporadic feelings in your body as you breathe. Let me show you the short version, really short version, how this would look if you did it cross-legged. Well, basically, not much difference. Honestly, for this chair, because I'm on the chair, it's not the most comfortable to do it on the soft surface, really, because your hips are sinking down and your knees are up. It's not the best pose for the back. So if you sit cross-legged, make sure that you do it on the harder surface. On your yoga mat, better. But still, just few repetitions. So your hands will be in the cross-legged in front. You have a still open chest, neutral chin, and let's go for about, 8 times or so. And let's do that. I lost track of time and I think it was already 8. So as you can see, it's not much difference in terms of the movement itself. The same as if you decide to sit on the chair and have your feet on the floor, your hands will come here and I don't know, about 4 times, just so we don't use much time here. Hands on your knees, and we go again. Very good. So as you go back and forward with this movement, you will definitely feel that when you go forward, stretching and opening here and contracting on the back. In fact, I think I'll turn sideways so you can see me sideways here. Okay? So basically, when you push your chest forward, this opens, the back contracts, and then when you push your chest back, obviously it opens on the back and you are having the concave line on your front. So this would be the movement. I turn my head just because I talk to you, but you don't turn your head anywhere. So let me look in front of me and see how this looks. Last one. And then come back. Okay. So again, as you can see, there's not much difference in terms of the actual technical details of the movement per se. Just choose the pose that is more comfortable for you. For sitting, you might start feeling a little tingling in your legs or feet. You can always change the position. It just will speak to you that probably the hips are still in need of some alignment, the knees, and so on. The more you breathe, the more oxygen gets to the further remote parts of your body. So the more you practice, the less those tingling sensations you will feel. Okay, so I would like to return to the pose I was initially sitting to play a little more with some other variations. So here is my cushion. I sit on it as if it was my horse, and I have my hands on the knees. Well, actually, no. The next variation will not be back and forward. It will be side to side, and it's a little tricky. So you will have your hands just like I have here, fingers in, elbows out. You still are having your shoulders pretty much without movement, and your head without movement at all. So from here, you will try to keep your shoulders above the hips aligned, and you will move the middle of your trunk. So somewhere, girls, the bra line, the lower ribs area, guys, that's the part that you're gonna move to one side and to another. So yeah, I'm seeing my reflection, and I obviously see that the shoulders do have some movement, but which is normal, right? Because you're moving quite near them. What you do avoid, though, it's not rocking. So you are not looking for the metronome movement. No, you keep your upper aligned above the bottom, and everything in between will move side to side, as if somebody held you here on your ribs, and here, and did the movement for you. And just here, just in this part, okay? So let's do this. When you push your ribs to your left, this is my left, and your right. Anyway, so to your left, inhale, to your right, exhale. You try to keep your buttocks aligned, squared, like we say in yoga. You don't rock your hips here. You sit flat. And move, like I said. So this is about, again, working on your flexibility, on your spine flexibility. So it might take practice. Just know that you are not rocking your hips. You're not rocking on your shoulders. You're just moving the middle back, the middle part of your trunk, left to right. Left inhale, and right exhale. Let's do that. Feel free to close your eyes and follow. You do not move your shoulders purposefully. Let them kind of follow the middle back, but don't begin the movement with your shoulders. As you can see, here we also breathe through the nose. One more. And then center yourself. Inhale deeply. Hold your breath. Hold your muscles. And let go. I have to maybe emphasize again, in every class I do that this moment when you just finished your breathing exercise and you take a deep breath into your last deep breath in and hold your breath, this is the moment of the quietest moment probably of your day, because your body is full of oxygen. You are not continuously breathing. You hold for a few seconds, and that's when your mind quiets down. When you hold your breath, when you are comfortable holding your breath, or for as long as you're comfortable holding your breath, your mind is comfortable, quiet. And that's real peace. At least a few seconds a day. I took a little water break again. So I will return to the pose. Remember that you can always switch to another pose if your legs got tired. So you can be as comfortable and as possible. And also another reason is that we, in a regular yoga practice, the idea of a regular yoga practice, I just had a cramp. Okay, so the purpose of our regular physical yoga practice is to open the body to the point where we can sit and focus in meditation. So then the body does not distract us with the discomfort, with some pains, with some tingling, and you name it. So that's why I'm saying that choose the pose that will distract you the less possible. Now, so this movement, honestly, you can also do it for as long as you can, but it's a little trickier. It requires more of the muscles that we are not used to use. So probably you would not be as comfortable doing it for long. So I would say go with your body and do it for as long as you are comfortable. So what happens here is, because we are engaging the intercostal muscles, the muscles that keep your rib cage together. So that's why, and we are not very used to use those muscles, so that's why it becomes a little uncomfortable. And in general, when we speak about spine flexes, we always have in mind either forward or back, but very seldom side to side. So this is just an addition. I like the side to side also is because it massages the organs that are here. It works on the oblique muscles of your abdomen. So it just completes or make this whole exercise core work more complete, more full, right? So when you push your ribs to your left, you squeeze your right side, and that's your liver, and that's your ascending colon. So you are massaging here. When you push your ribs to your right, you squeeze here, right? So you open this right side, you squeeze your left side, and here you are squeezing the descending colon and pancreas and this part of your digestive system. So pretty much you're getting a full gut massage. And this is really, really awesome. Again, you can use your movement to improve the work of every organ inside, and also lymph nodes, which is, I always stress it out. It's really, really important. To finalize this class, I would like us to combine the forward, back, side in a smooth circular motion. And that's even trickier. So take your time. I kind of like to have my hands also in this pose, but I would say you can be this way or this way, it doesn't matter. So we will, again, imagine that somebody holds your ribs and does the movement, not your waist, your ribs, the lower ribs, and does the movement for you, let's say side, forward, side, back. So you do a few circles in one direction, and then we will switch to another direction. And your breathing will still be rhythmic. The pace of the movement, again, will be up to your body and up to your ability to combine, to coordinate the movement with the breathing. So it's not very fast, not very slow. And you do the inhalation as you go forward and the exhalation as you go back. And then come back. So it requires some control of your core muscles, but again, the more you practice, the more control of your core muscles you have, and the more soft and smooth movement you can make. It's not about any something wants to get in my eye. It's not about, you know, reaching anything in particular unless you want to. It's just being able to coordinate the movement with the breath and holding and using the muscles and the body parts that are needed for this particular purpose. So let's do this circular way. Okay, so hands in your comfortable pose, shoulders again are quiet, the head is quiet, and you use this part only. Okay, this you can begin in any direction. We will do, I don't know, about 8 times in one direction, and then about 8 times in another direction. You will inhale forward, exhale back, nose. And then let's reverse and go other way around. The breathing is exactly the same. Forward inhale, back exhale. And then let's straighten ourselves. Take a deep breath in again. Deep, deep, deep. Hold breath, tighten muscles. For as long as you can. And let go. Very good. Same thing. I would say that for the beginners, people, I would not push it too hard. I would maybe stay with these 6 to 8 times in each direction. That is enough to kind of get a feel of it, get to see how, you know, the movement goes and how your body feels with it. So don't push to the extreme, because you want to enjoy as you go, not pushing, not suffering, and also not to sending like a warning sign to your brain, like danger, and then your body contracts and doesn't get to, you know, to enjoy and to open up, which is what we want here. When you do this, well, actually, like I said in our previous classes, the breathing exercises now in this case, along with the spinal flexes, really improves the detoxification mechanism in our body. So maybe you, as you go in this practice, at some point start feeling like you're sweating, or even maybe that your sweat smells, The more you do this, the more your body mechanisms, sharpen, and it starts expulsing or expelling more and more toxins that are hidden in our, cells, more inside. So it might smell, you might feel that the body also wants to burp, right? Or some gases again. Just reminding you what I said in the previous class. This is a typical body language. This is a typical body response when you start giving it more oxygen, especially when it's combined with the movement. So the body responds to that, and welcome it, embrace it, accept it, and celebrate it actually, because you're just helping your body to clean. And remember, this time in this class, I didn't use any music because, it's an introductory level, and I want to talk a little more, give you more details about this. So I didn't use any music, but feel free to do so. When you take my speech away and put the music instead, which has this nice, pleasant rhythm for this movement, you can enjoy this, believe me, for a longer time without even noticing it. Just remain within your body. And by that I mean, first and foremost, observe how your body responds to this. What you want to avoid is sharp or shooting pain, especially in the spinal area. Okay, this is important. And I probably should have told you that at the very beginning, but hopefully you don't watch this video only once. You keep watching it and you will remember that. So in any practice, absolutely any class, what you want to avoid is sharp or shooting pain anywhere, especially in the joints and the spine. The pain that is achy somewhere suddenly, like pokey kind of pain, it's not a problem. But be observative, and if you feel like your back is uncomfortable or you have the history of back issue, just be more aware, just be more present, more soft and gentle, more loving to your body, so you don't push with the music, because this is not necessarily the same idea as a gym. In the gym, you put the music, you put your headphones, and do-do-do-do-do, and you go with the music more than with the body. There is a good part in that. In this type of practice, it's not about going with the music, it's not a dance, it's about going with your body. So I speak a little longer about it because it's important. Your mindful movement with the breath makes this yoga. Your mindful movement with the breath keeps you away from injuries and allows you to get the most benefit of this practice at the enjoyable, glorious way. I wish you this practice, so repeat this video as often as you can. You can do it every day if you want. And like the video, subscribe to my channel, help me grow. And I thank you for joining me today. This was Spinal Flexes with moderate pace fire breathing. This was Yana Kazbekova with Bringing Yoga, Breath and Colors. Thank you.